This is Max Succi for Iron South Florida. I'm here with Matty Brown at the Airbnbhaus here in Sundance on Main Street. And Matty Brown, I tweeted like 2 years ago, there was a really great short film that you did called A Mother's Song. Yeah. And it was really touching, inspiring. How did you come across this like beautiful mother who had lost her son, who was an amazing artist?
Well, she walks through all the streets like singing like just like opera and stuff like that, and I was just just intrigued by why she does it. Like a lot of people think that she's crazy. A lot of people think that she's inspiring, stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, can I just have just like a little talk with you about this? And I filmed her, and it just something came out that's just like it just kind of blew me away. The kind of stuff the really deep, deep-seated stuff that just came out of her was really like intense. So it wasn't expected that was going to come out,
And it totally worked out. Now, here we are at Sundance, literally 2 years later. You liked the tweet. And how did you get involved with Airbnb?
They contacted Vimeo, who's kind of like my godmother, basically. They're like the best people in the world, basically. And they teamed up, and they just kind of honed in on me and said, Matty, we want to have you be the kind of the face of this big global contest, where a person would win a trip with me here, and then so it just kind of spiraled into this amazing adventure with these guys, and they've just kind of thrust me into this wild family oriented feeling with all the staff here. It's just amazing to be here with these guys.
Absolutely. Now, who was the person that won?
Her name is Lexi, and she made a short film about a kid named Carson, and he, I think he broke his back, his spine on a trampoline about 2 years ago. Yet he's a swimmer, and he still swims even though he can't use his legs. Mm-hmm. And so through that, she kind of said that he was her favorite local person in her town. And so it just kind of, it's just the most heartfelt story, And so we just whisked her away here, and we're going to go see a movie soon. So
awesome. But tell us the whole concept of the Airbnb videos, because what they were like local celebrities. You had to find or someone that inspired you and loved. Tell us about that, how those videos work.
So it's basically someone in your neighborhood who is intriguing, whether they put hats on their dogs or they cut people's hair in the alleyway, random stuff like that. And you have to post a picture or a video or just a tweet online through any sorry, I stutter social media, and they kind of look through the hundreds or thousands of entries, and they hone it down to the top 20, and then those top 20 go to the top 6, which are put on their blog, and then there's a special one person who gets to come here and stuff. And so we kind of talk through certain things, and then I'm also making a film. It's going to be their anthem film, and I'm taking my favorite ones, and I'm making this global piece of all of the entries, and I'm going to recreate all their images in my own eyes through film. So it'll be really interesting. It's a crazy project. So.
Did you think all this was going to happen to you?
What do you mean?
Being here at Sundance with Airbnb, with Vimeo, and all these people making films to live with you.
Well, if someone told me a year ago that oh, you would be the VIP Airbnb guy, I was like, oh yeah, right. I don't think so. So yeah, it's a wild, cool trip, and hopefully I'll have a film here next year.
Well, speaking of trips, you're doing another film right now. So tell us about that in a whole other language that you don't speak. So what's up with that?
Yeah, well, I really like challenging things, and so I think I'm making a Portuguese foreign film, and it's all in Portuguese, and I don't speak Portuguese, so we'll have translators for production, through the editing, through every single process of it. But it's a very wild, imaginative, sad but inspiring kind of film. But I've been so in love with this story for the last 2 years, And now I think I'm ready to actually start making narratives as a full-on thing. So we're just punching through it. I have meetings later on with a few people that we're gonna start just like getting like the momentum going on it. So
Cool. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us here. Eye on South Florida. Matty Brown is someone that you're going to keep your eye on. I'm Max Tucci for Eye on South Florida.